On March 12, 2025, the global trade landscape experienced a seismic shift as former U.S. President Donald Trump announced a substantial increase in tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. This decision, reminiscent of his previous protectionist policies, sent shockwaves through international markets and reignited anxieties about a potential trade war. The tariffs, set at a hefty 25%, target a range of countries, including close allies like the United Kingdom. This move marks a departure from the more liberal trade policies advocated by many world leaders, and has drawn criticism from economists who fear the repercussions of such protectionist measures. The decision to impose these tariffs comes at a time when the global economy is already grappling with numerous challenges, including inflationary pressures and geopolitical instability. The return of tariff tensions has raised concerns about the future of international trade and cooperation. Many fear that these tariffs could be the first step in a series of protectionist measures that could ultimately harm global economic growth and stability. As countries around the world assess the potential impact of these tariffs, the international community braces itself for a period of uncertainty and potential economic turbulence. The former president's decision to impose these tariffs is rooted in his long-held belief in protectionist economic policies. Trump has consistently argued that such measures are essential to protect American jobs and industries from what he perceives as unfair foreign competition. Central to Trump's rationale is the idea that these tariffs will incentivize companies to invest in American factories and create jobs in the manufacturing sector. He argues that by making foreign goods more expensive, American consumers and businesses will be more likely to purchase domestically produced steel and aluminum, thereby boosting the U.S. economy. Furthermore, Trump has often invoked national security concerns as justification for these tariffs. He contends that a strong domestic steel and aluminum industry is vital for national defense, and that relying on foreign imports for these critical materials poses a risk to U.S. security. While Trump's supporters applaud his commitment to protecting American interests, critics argue that these tariffs are likely to have the opposite effect, harming U.S. businesses and consumers while doing little to revive the manufacturing sector. The impact of Trump's tariffs has been swift and far-reaching, sending ripples of uncertainty throughout the global economy. The UK, heavily reliant on steel imports, faces significant challenges as these tariffs threaten to increase the cost of manufacturing and construction. Other countries, including Canada, Mexico, and those within the European Union, have also been targeted by these tariffs. Many of these nations, caught in the crosshairs of this trade dispute, are now contemplating retaliatory measures of their own. The prospect of a tit-for-tat tariff war looms large, threatening to escalate tensions and disrupt global trade flows. Economists warn that these tariffs could lead to higher prices for consumers, job losses in industries that rely on imported steel and aluminum, and a slowdown in global economic growth. The interconnected nature of the global economy means that these tariffs are unlikely to be contained within national borders and could have far-reaching consequences. The long-term implications of Trump's tariffs remain uncertain, but many experts believe they could have a profound impact on the global trade landscape. Some fear that these tariffs could mark a turning point towards greater protectionism, undermining the rules-based trading system that has underpinned global prosperity for decades. The potential for retaliation from affected countries adds another layer of complexity and uncertainty. If other nations respond with their own tariffs on U.S. goods, it could trigger a downward spiral of protectionist measures, leading to a trade war that harms all involved. The future of global trade hangs in the balance as the world grapples with the implications of these tariffs. Whether this marks a temporary detour or a fundamental shift towards protectionism remains to be seen. However, one thing is certain: the global economy is entering a period of heightened uncertainty and risk.